In this course, we'll cover everything from the very basics to the advanced level with the code. But in the introductory lecture, we'll try to cover the basic terminologies related to machine learning and understand what is machine learning and how it different from AI. Yes, we usually use the terms AI and machine learning together, but they are not same. There is a bit difference. We'll understand that and um, what are the application areas of machine learning. Okay, let's start one by one. So let's consider two sets. Okay, so the big set is this is superset and this is AI. And machine learning is nothing but a subset of AI. Now, what is AI? AI is nothing but creating the intelligent system. AI is nothing but creating the intelligent system. And what is intelligent system? That means the system that will work without any human intervention. Yes, and it works on some rule-based system, right? So if you have heard the term like heuristic search, adversarial search, yes, Bayesian network, those kind of things comes under the umbrella of AI. And let me tell you, whether you are AI engineer, machine learning engineer, data scientist, ultimately you are going to create one AI system, one intelligent system, and it works on some rule-based system, and there is no such training associated with it. Now the question is, what is ML? To understand what is ML, it's better to understand by the popular definition given by the popular AI researcher Tom Mitchell. In his TPE framework, he described what is the actual definition of machine learning. Let's consider one example. Suppose if you have watched the movie Tarzan, even if you have not watched, you know that Tarzan used to live in a jungle. He doesn't have any idea of how a car look like. So make to make him understand how a car should look like, what we have to do, we have to show him a series of image of car, and after that, if we give show him a new image of a car, he will definitely be able to identify the image. Yeah, this is the image of a car. Yes. Similarly, what we do in machine learning, we try to create one model. Suppose this is my model, and we will provide some inputs and it will generate some outputs. Initially, the input is known to us and it will give one feedback loop. That means it can correct itself. Yeah, it depends on whether it is supervised and unsupervised. There will be labeling or the data may be unlabeled. But the main funda is that you will provide some input, model will try to understand some pattern inside the data and it will generate some outputs. And now this process is known as training. This process is training. That means we are training the model. So model will find out some pattern. Why I'm using the term pattern? Because the model shouldn't memorize the data, it should understand the underlying pattern in the data. So when the training is complete, we'll provide some unseen data to the model, and the model should predict or classify or can do operation. It will provide some outputs. So this is the thing we do in machine learning. So now how it is related to this TP principle. So T is nothing but a task, and why will create a model to ultimately perform one operation, one task. That operation is known as here task. It can be prediction, it can be classification, it can be clustering, anything. This E is nothing but your experience. Now, what is experience here? Experience means we are giving some data to the model, and model is getting the experience from the data itself. So the data is nothing but my experience. Now, what is P? P stands for performance. So whenever we will create something, we need to check its performance. Yes, like whether it is actually performing well or not. So there should have some criteria. So for that purpose is machine learning, we have some metrics. we have some validation techniques. Using those techniques, we can calculate its performance. Yes, so this is machine learning, and you can see there's the training part is associated, which is not present in AI. And if I consider one thing, if I consider one smaller subset, that will be your deep learning. And difference between deep learning and machine learning is that in deep learning, the feature selection is automated. Yes, and deep learning, in case of deep learning, the data set is large in compared to machine learning. You will see whenever you will implement something, gradually you will understand for the smaller data set, machine learning is preferable because the traditional models performs really well on smaller data sets. But in case of the large data, and when we don't want to select the features by ourselves, if you want to select the features automatically, suppose there are a huge number of features and manually selection is a tedious process. So in that scenario, we'll prefer the deep learning. Yes, we'll explore everything one by one, but this is the fundamental things that we need to understand the AI. And let me tell you some application areas. Application. You may have heard the terms like face recognition. Yes, face recognition. Email. In email, there is a folder. I think I have seen that spam folder. How the messages are classifying like spam or ham. Ham is nothing but not spam. There is not a individual person is inspecting your message. There is some mathematical algorithms, machine learning based algorithms that is actually classifying whether the mail you have got is spam or ham. Yes, I think you have seen that recommendation system. What is recommendation system? I think you have heard that if you are interested in action kind of movies on Netflix, or if you are watching some comedy videos on YouTube, so Amazon will continuously recommend you those action movies, and the YouTube you will go at the recommendation, continuous recommendation of the comedy videos. This kind of thing. That is recommendation system. Even in Amazon, the products with all the e-commerce platforms, what they are doing. If you are interested in one product, like in Amazon, suppose if you are interested in purchasing one shirt, and you have explored the shirt on the browser, you will get the recommendation of that product whenever you open on any social media platform. This is recommendation system, and there we are using that. Actually, we are using one unsupervised algorithm there, and we'll explore that one too. And suppose self-driving car. I think one self-driving car company is Tesla. How the self-driving car is actually working? That's the thing. Yes, we'll understand everything one by one. So those are the applications. Few applications. There are many applications. In the manufacturing industry, manufacturing, all the processes are being automated. So how they are actually working? Manufacturing in medical science, in medical science, like medical imaging, MRI, CT scan, machine learning based systems are actually being used heavily in the robotics, etc. So we'll explore everything, but this is all for the first lecture. In the next lecture, we'll understand the types of machine learning, and we'll understand some key terminologies and machine learning workflow. So thank you. This is all for this lecture.